Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Combined Arms. We are now on to the final Soviet mission, and the final mission that has been released as of this recording on January 25th, 2023. Though I believe Darkademic is hard at work on the remaining 10 missions, which are for GDI and Skrin. Not sure if it's going to be in that order. We will see. Let us read Mission 15, Domination. Now that the Allies in GDI are no longer on our doorstep and we have begun to replenish our forces, we can turn our attention to the Brotherhood of Nod. Kane cannot be trusted. He thinks that his cyborg army gives him such an advantage, and that we have been so weakened that we will do his bidding without question. His arrogant overconfidence will be his downfall. Well, to be fair, it usually is, so this isn't necessarily a bad analysis on the Soviets' part. It is time to make use of our own secret weapon, Yuri. With his psionic powers, he can turn our enemies into loyal servants. Oh boy, so Yuri's in this mod, is he? I have very mixed feelings about that. I tend to find mind-controlling units in RTS pretty unfun, because it feels really crappy and unbalanced when the enemy has a bunch of mind controllers and they just suddenly take control of half an attacking army, which then destroys the other half. But I digress. Let us not come to premature judgments. Chances are, since this mod is optimized for 1v1 PvP, that they have worked very hard to balance this so that it's fair. So, reading onward. There is but one obstacle. Kane's cyborgs are impervious to Yuri's powers, as their minds are protected by their cybernetic implants. Well, that's a pretty serious obstacle, considering that you said that we have a countermeasure to their cyborgs. It is Yuri. Also, the cyborgs are immune to Yuri. Okay, good job, Soviet briefer team. In order for Yuri to be able to control the minds of these cyborgs, we must break through the encryption that protects them. Oh, okay, fair enough. So we have a method of getting past this. So encryption protects against psychic mind control. Who knew? Don't mind me, I'm just in a very, what would you say, snarky mood. Make use of one of our best thieves to infiltrate a Nod cybernetics lab to steal the encryption algorithms. Without this protection, the cyborgs will be vulnerable to Yuri, and we will be able to use Kane's own cyborgs against him. Well, this sounds like good fun. Step 1, get thief into cybernetics lab. Step 2, control cyborgs with Yuri. Step 3, slaughter. I'm on board.
Battle control initial.
So, this is actually not my first go at this mission. I had a long attempt in progress, and I think I was pretty close to the end, but I lost an artillery that I think is necessary to crack the final base. But I wasn't sure whether that was the case when I lost it. So I pressed on, and then I reached the final base, what I think is the final base, and pretty much confirmed it seems like you need the artillery to break through, because there are some defenses that you just can't handle without it. And only to discover I had overwritten my scum saves where I had the artillery in the first place, which means I have to start the mission over from the beginning. I could show the entire first run, but I'm probably not going to. So what have we got here? We've got Yuri. He is a mind controller, of course. I'm sure everyone watching this knows that. I ordinarily hate units like this in RTS because they feel overpowered and extremely unfun to fight. However, it seems like in this mod, Yuri, you can only build one at a time, and if he's the only thing that can mind control, then it obviously feels a lot more fair than if you can build a whole army of things that can mind control people. He can mind control up to 3 things at a time. We also have a thief. Apparently thieves ordinarily can hijack enemy vehicles, so they're like the mutant hijacker from Tiberian Sun. I had no clue. But not in this mission. In this mission he's just for stealing the encryption codes. We also have Crazy Ivan. Everybody knows Crazy Ivan. He works completely differently in this mod from in Vanilla Red Alert 2, as far as I can tell. And we have a pair of utterly ridiculous brutes who I think these guys were from Yuri's Revenge. I think, but I'm not positive. Anyway, they get up close to stuff and they bash it hard on the head. They're relatively durable for infantry, but they're not that great overall. Okay, what's shooting those guys? Aha, this turret. Just because this is my second go at this mission doesn't mean it's going to go well at all. In fact, it's already going very poorly. Partly because I need to reacquaint myself with how the early part of the mission works. I don't think these guys are going to defeat this turret. I think I've screwed up already, but we'll see. If Crazy Yuri and the brutes rush the turret, they might be able to take it out. This will also demonstrate how Crazy Yuri works a lot differently in this mod. He basically tosses very powerful delayed action grenades. Like so. And he can toss multiples of them, and he doesn't have to get up right next to his target. Like I said, works very differently from Vanilla Red Alert 2 Crazy Ivan, as I recall. The ability to just mind control enemies willy-nilly is obviously incredibly powerful, especially when we can get up to 3 of them at a time. Right now I can be fairly careless with my units, but there's some that I think are basically mandatory to keep, like that artillery, as I mentioned. Honestly, it's probably the only one that's completely mandatory. We have 2,000 credits. I'm not sure why. Maybe there's an opportunity for us to do something with that, but I haven't found it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to send these guys on a scouting mission. We don't need to get anywhere near those turrets, I don't think. We can just stay over on the right. Or can we? Maybe not, because I don't have a heavy vehicle to just squash the sandbags, so perhaps we can't do that, actually. Okay, that works out. Okay, let me also show something over in this direction. Microwave tank. That might be able to outrange Yuri's mind control, so I'm going to send in a brute to tank for him first. Okay, Whew, that was close and frightening. We're out of brutes now. Just for the moment. This is probably heavy enough to crush the sandbags. Sure is. Double KO, that was fun. So these are laser fences, quite obviously. However, they have a different characteristic from normal laser fences. They're completely immune to all damage. Why the laser fence posts have magical invulnerability, from a narrative perspective, I don't know. From a gameplay perspective, it's because this is an obstacle and we need to find a way past it. Fair enough. Let us search for that way past it. Now let's make a scum save here.
Mission saved.
Yuri himself has incredible sight range, so he's actually quite a good scout as well. How many things am I mind controlling right now? 2, I think. Yeah. So this guy will be 3. Alright, perfect. Did I not tell this guy to go fight them? Thank you. So yeah, this is another puzzly pre-deployed type mission. I've made my feelings on this well known. I think I quite like these. They're a very welcome break from the just building up a base and fighting an enemy base all the time. Makes for good gameplay variety when you have both types of missions, so I like it a lot. And these pre-deployed puzzly missions in this mod do seem very well designed. They're challenging but not brutally unfair like some custom missions of this character are. Okay, that's fine. We'll just mind control whoever wins. Or the microwave tank will kill them. Also possible. The Steve is interesting in how he cloaks when he's standing still, but then becomes revealed when he's moving around. Limited usefulness, that characteristic, but... Okay, so... we have some fairly serious defenses we're going to have to bust through here. I really like that voice line, by the way. My command is your wish. I don't know how audible that's going to be because some of the voice lines are very quiet in this mod. That's another sound balancing issue where I think the voices could be made louder. I don't know if I already demonstrated this, but the sound effects and the voices are tied to the same slider. So if the voices are too quiet compared to the sound effects, which I think they are, I can't fix that. So in my opinion, they could be made louder, some of the voice lines. But yeah, Yuri has great voice lines. The guy who played Yuri, he nailed it with that role. He did an incredible job, in my opinion. And honestly, Yuri was one of the best characters, if not the best character, in Red Alert 2. Which mostly had a really dumb story that was just a big throwaway joke. But Yuri was pretty awesome. Okay, I think, yeah, I was currently mind controlling 2 people. Now I'm back to the limit of 3. Alright, we need to approach this fairly intelligently, because this is fairly well guarded. I'm going to gather what I've got. Oh boy. Here in this little corner. Make a scum save here. And I think I'm just basically going to rush with everything I've got left. Crazy Ivan will be decent at taking out the turrets, especially if he has cover. However, he is getting really killed by that cyborg. Not anymore. Okay. This is going alright. I think he got... yeah, we're getting hit by another cyborg. Remember, we can't mind control those right now. I'm not sure why I had to force fire on it to get Crazy Ivan to toss his grenades on it. His dynamite charges, whatever they are. I may lose Crazy Ivan here. I don't think that's fatal. Okay, he's alive. There are heal crates hidden here and there, so if I can find one of those, we can heal up Crazy Ivan. That said, we're now not in a great situation, but with the serious threats taken care of, I think this base is now ours for the taking. You get out of here. Actually, he's not a veteran or anything. I don't see too much value into keeping that guy around. Well, we'll see. There's a couple of mechanics here. I'm going to want to mind control at least one. I'm not convinced I want to mind control both of them. Okay. Now, we've got a job ahead of us, which is to destroy these power plants, which is going to cause the laser fencing to power down. Oof. It's unfortunate that Crazy Ivan is so low on HP, but I think he'll be able to keep enough distance from the power plants as he destroys them to not get killed by the explosion. I will send in my friendly flamethrower here to take out the technician, get wrecked. Let's split up the work so it goes a little faster. That sucked big time. So these occasionally spawn a dude, and Crazy Ivan died as a result. Like I said, I don't think that's fatal. It's very bad, but I think we can still win. We'll try. But let's try not to overwrite this scum save. Take out this conspicuous SAM site. It's going to go a lot slower without Crazy Ivan to speed up the process. Especially because it appears to be under repair.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
This guy's taking a tiny bit of splash damage each time that happens, but not much.
Reporting as you wish. Agreed. Acknowledged. As you wish. I'm all ears. Of course.
I muted myself to blow my nose real quick, hence the reason for the silence and inactivity for a moment. Looks like this guy is ranked up into an elite. An elite flamethrower could be very useful. Get out of here, you technician. Alright, and having destroyed the power plants, we also get a genetic mutation bomb, which turns a cluster of enemy infantry into brutes, so we can replenish our supply of brutes with this. Very useful. Now we'll make our way back up to the laser fencing, which we can now get past. It's remarkable how much more smoothly a mission goes when you're doing it for the second time and know what you're doing, isn't it? Now, it's also partly because, as I said, this particular mission is quite well designed. And so there's not all these fiddly ways for me to get killed, like there were in the initial version of Allied 4, for example. Which isn't to say that there's not going to be plenty of opportunities for me to screw up and die. There will be plenty, and there is some finickiness to this. But knowing what I'm doing certainly helps. What? What happened? I don't count that as me making a mistake. I don't even know what happened. It sounded like my flamethrower went rogue and... Oh. Never mind. It might have been a mistake by me. It was. That was my mistake. Okay, well actually that was a good demonstration of one of the ways this can be fiddly. I forgot that I was already mind controlling 3 guys. So when I mind controlled the buggy, I lost control of the flamethrower. Then he became an enemy, and so he started killing my mission critical units. So yeah, that was my fault. And that is a thing that killed me a couple of times. The first time was when I forgot I was already mind controlling 3 dudes. Can be easy to lose track of that when you're thinking about a lot of different stuff at once. How far back was my scum save is the question. Okay, I had literally just saved. Good. I forgot that I had done that. Let's see. Let's just kill this thing then. Another good point about this mission is it seems like there's quite a few viable ways to go about it. You're not just limited to one correct path for getting through it. Well, I mean, path-wise, strictly speaking, you kind of are. Go this way, take out the power plants, come back here. But I mean, in terms of approaches, because this is a little bit different from what I was doing the first time, but it's still working. The first time I didn't lose Crazy Ivan. As I said, I don't think that's going to be fatal. It sucks because he's a good unit, but we can get other units that are good too. Okay, I want that, which means I'm going to have to sacrifice somebody. I think I'll sacrifice my elite flamethrower. I'll send him in and kill as much random stuff as I can. But I am sacrificing him so I can take over the tank. Make no mistake about that. More powered down laser fencing. There's the cybernetics lab that we need to get our thief into. Nope, nope, okay. I want to hit that with my genetic mutation bomb. That's a clump of enemy infantry. We can get quite a few brutes out of it. Where'd the tank go? Maybe I should do the genetic mutation bomb first and then mind control that tank. Oh, I forgot to aim it. Hopefully it doesn't fly over a SAM and get destroyed, because that would be frustrating. Sounds like that's exactly what's happening. Damn, I forgot to aim it. That sucks. Alright, well, reload. Okay, so I've reloaded after that mistake. But I think I've decided I'm going to do things just a little bit differently this time. Not super differently. Just that now that I know exactly what's coming, I just want to take that tank right away, for starters. Come on, where are you at? Where are you at? There it is. I'm just going to kill this guy. He didn't really accomplish anything useful except scouting. The cooldown time on that microwave tank is something else. There we go. And now I just want to reveal the edge of those infantry. There we go, perfect. Now we know what we want to hit with the genetic mutation bomb. And once again, I wait for the genetic mutation bomb to count down. Okay, now let us make ourselves some brutes. A very important point when you're aiming a drop, as I found out, the direction you specify isn't the direction you're telling it to come from. I made that mistake the first time. What you're specifying, when you click and drag like this, is the direction of travel. So I think I want it to come from directly from the north, because I don't think that there's going to be any anti-air from that direction. So this should get us a bunch of brutes. Beautiful. Not sure why that one guy didn't turn into a brute. It definitely does not have a limit of 4, so a little surprising there. Either way, though, superb. So that I don't have to wait through that countdown again. Oh, right. Put everybody into hold fire mode. I do not want them destroying these things. Let's do a little scouting for our thief, who just has to get into that building. I'll just crush some chain link fencing for him so he doesn't have to go all the way around. Perfect. Now we can take over enemy cyborgs with Yuri. Alright, Yuri's currently mind controlling 3 things, so let's not mind control anything else. If we see something better we want to mind control, we'll have to sacrifice one of our existing things. That said, a microwave tank and a light tank with a mechanic to repair them is not a bad combination at all. But we will see better things we can take over. Okay, there's an enemy cyborg. We can take him over now. I'm not sure I want to, though. I'm not convinced that he's better than what I already have. Alright, go fix up our tanks, please. Let's do a little scouting with friend Yuri. I love his sight radius. It's incredible. Cyborg Reaper. Anti-tank / anti-aircraft cyborg infantry. Only 400 credits, so probably not as good as my vehicles. Let's go take him down. Okay, that was easy. Definitely not as good as my vehicles. Alright, let's make some proper control groups. Team vehicles and mechanic will be 2, the brutes will be 3. Yuri has been on 1 the whole time. This is some pretty good music for this sneaky mission. Is this Rain in the Night too? No, it's Red Sky. Like I said, pretty appropriate for what we're doing. There we have a Chem Warrior cyborg. I think we can take him out pretty easily with our vehicle team here. Oh, hello there, stealthy stealth tank. No. Actually, maybe I should have taken that over. That thing would have been an incredible scout. I probably should have mind controlled it instead and just let it kill my light tank. Oh well. We lost a good scout that way, but no big deal really. The mechanic is useful, but ever so slow. Can I not target these guys? Do they attack me? Whoa, okay, that's a turret. But apparently we're all just friends here. All very friendly with each other. That was satisfying. Also, double kill. Alright, it's good enough. Also, I should scout with Yuri. Oh wow, the genetic mutation bomb is ready again already. Ready already is an awkward combination of words in English. Okay, that we want. That we want. Which means it's time to sacrifice one of our current mind-controlled units so we can grab the artillery. Sorry, light tank, but I rate you as the least valuable. A Templar. Sounds pretty strong. Okay, so grab that. Microwave tank, kill the guy next to it. Perfect. This is a good combination. We have a good team assembled now. Like I said, I think this thing's mandatory to crack both the next space and the last space, so I can't afford to lose it. This next part's very fiddly. It's really easy to get the artillery killed. But we'll see. We'll see if I can get through without getting it destroyed, even once. We will be ambitious and reach for the stars. That could be a problem. Leave Yuri alone. Heal, heal, heal. The brutes are ridiculous. They're very jolly. And one of their voice lines, if you tell them to attack somebody, is something like, "I'll take his lunch money." It's so ridiculous. Pretty appropriate for the game it came from, though. About the right level of seriousness. Alright. This is another spot where the artillery is probably downright mandatory. Because I think that the base entrance is guarded by obelisks. And obviously we have nothing that will get past an obelisk. I mean, the artillery could just outrange the obelisk, but let's just put them into low power instead. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Maybe it's not guarded by an obelisk, but putting them into low power is obviously a good idea regardless. And it's going to be straight up mandatory for cracking the last space, because it is guarded by an obelisk, as we'll see. I think this is going to have another barracks or hand and knob with a cluster of infantry we can use the genetic mutation bomb on. It takes a while. Nice work. Look at that, our artillery is a veteran now. Also, he acquired quite the Russian accent when he got mind-controlled by Yuri. Or maybe he was just a member of NOD who happened to be from Russia. No reason that couldn't be the case. Oh, right. This could get tricky. Like I said, this is a pretty finicky spot right here. A lot of ways this can go wrong. Alright, let's see if we can take out this... Oh, wow. Ah, it's got a friend. Oh, crap. Okay. Like I said, a lot of ways this can go wrong. It's finicky, so... Let's try again. Maybe I should sacrifice the microwave tank and take over one of those flame tanks. It might be time to say goodbye to friend microwave tank. He's amazing, but I don't see a way to get past the double flame tanks without mind controlling one of them. I'm at my mind control limit, which means I have to sacrifice one of the things I have. It's not going to be the artillery, and it's not going to be the mechanic, so it has to be the microwave tank. I'll grab some more water. Oh, this is loading. My mouth is getting pretty dry. Winter will do that to you. Okay. So, yeah, let's sacrifice our friend here. I would rather not, but I don't really see an alternative. If it was just one flame tank, he could defeat it, I think, because it seems like he could stun lock it. Hello? I'm an enemy. Thank you. There we go. Now we have a flame tank. Perfect. Now this seems very safe scummy, but part of the reason I'm being so safe scummy, as counterintuitive as this sounds, is actually precisely because the load times are so long. Which means every time I have to reload, I don't just have to replay through content, I have to sit through a long load time and replay through content, which makes it that much more painful every time I have to load, which incentivizes me to minimize the amount of time I have to replay through content, which would feel less painful if there wasn't the long load time to go along with it, if that makes sense. So that's part of the reason that I'm kind of obnoxiously save scummy, is due to the load times. I wouldn't be quite as ridiculous about it otherwise. Let's have Yuri continue scouting a little bit. Alright, so we've got a buggy there. We're going to have to take care of that.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
The flame tank is pretty expendable.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Oh boy, okay, we've got recon bikes. There we go. I just needed that buggy gone. Now, when I start shelling... Maybe not this turret. Okay, and there was an obelisk guarding it after all. So yeah, we absolutely had to shut down the power. It was not optional. Old fire stance. Okay, it wasn't that... Oh, he's an elite now. It wasn't that turret. But there's going to be another one, of course. Whoa, 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 whoa. How's this guy not dying? He survived a lot of artillery shells. Oh, hello. That is a cyborg elite, or as I called him, a cyborg commando, because that's absolutely what he is. He has better range than Yuri's mind control. Which means if I just run Yuri up to him, Yuri gets killed. So, I really want to mind control that guy. I think I'm going to have to tank for Yuri with... they're pretty expendable. Let's say 2 brutes to take hits for Yuri. There we go. Now you probably saw there was a light tank over there. Wow, that guy exploded in a pile of blood and gore. Whoa, hold fire, buddy. I'm trying to explain something. You probably saw that there was a light tank over there. It is not going to just politely wait as I bring forward my artillery to outrange this turret. It will come kill my artillery. Quite annoyingly. I lost like twice to that, I think. So, I'm going to want my Cyborg Elite on standby to take out that stupid tank when it comes to have words with me. There we go. Kill. Kill. Oh god, it's all going wrong. Damn it. Alright. This part's the most finicky part of the whole mission as far as I can tell. Because of that. Because of exactly what you just saw. Let's try again. Yeah, this is very, very fiddly, this part. I've done it a whole bunch of times and I still get it wrong. It's that finicky.
Mission loaded.
All right. Well, let's try again. Try again. I now think I have to just proactively take out that light tank. I can't provoke it and then kill it because it will kill my artillery faster than I can kill it. Lesson learned there. All right, there's that stupid buggy. Bring in a couple of brutes to tank while Yuri takes over the cyborg commando. Oh, but first I have to destroy this turret. Of course. Get him. Perfect. I could also take out the turret with this guy, maybe. Because it can't fire through the wall, but he can. While we're at it. Oh, I forgot to aim it. Hopefully it comes from a good angle. Not good. Not good. Did I screw up again? I might have screwed up again. Alright, well, we got a whole bunch of brutes, so that's something. Fine, just mob it. Okay, they took care of it. Wow, when you get a whole bunch of brutes, they're really strong. I didn't realize how good they are in a big group. Someone's shooting them. Okay, we finally made it through. There was another cyborg commando. I want that guy. Join my team, Cyborg Commando.
Your mind is clear.
Ready to crack.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Unit lost.
There we go. Perfect. We finally did it. That's worth a scum save, I think.
Mission saved.
I think we're done here, actually. It might look like there's a bunch more stuff down here, but in my previous run, I explored everything down here, and I didn't find anything of interest, so I think just getting that Cyborg Commando is the major prize. What's going on? Just hold fire stance, guys. Does going into attack move override hold fire stance? I think it does. Okay, yeah. Don't do that. No! Kill. Oh, this is real bad. Stupid patrolling recon bikes. Get wrecked. It's not that big a deal, because there's a healing crate hidden over in this vicinity. I remember that. Honestly, I should put the Cyborg Commando in his own group. I know, Cyborg Elite, but he's a Cyborg Commando. Oh god. Wow, we won that fight incredibly handily. Is it because he was under repair? The fact that mechanics can repair cyborgs makes cyborgs that much more incredible.
My command is your wish.
The elites especially.
Yes, of course.
Because, I mean, they straight up are pretty much the Cyborg Commando from Tiberian Sun. They're insane. Also, this guy's now a veteran. A veteran Cyborg Commando is terrifying. If we can get him up to elite status, it's going to be nuts. Okay, pretty sure this is where the heal crate is. So everybody who's hurt, line up for a heal. I don't know if it's global. I think it probably is, but just in case, I'm going to gather everybody who I want to get the heal. Okay, and we're all healed up. Beautiful. Making progress. Yuri's still the best scout because his sight radius is insane. I really appreciate this huge sight radius. It's so useful for actually seeing threats and not just stumbling blindly into them. Okay. A light tank, but I would much rather have my Cyborg Commando, so let's send him in to kill it. Where's my artillery? Get up here. You're not needed yet, but you will be. Guard is D. Well done. Whoa, hello, Mr. SSM Launcher. Our friend the Cyborg Commando will take care of this. Easy win. I love this guy. Alright, back to scouting with Yuri.
Thoughts received. My command is your wish.
What was that explosion? Well, nothing belonging to me. Executing indeed. I always loved that line, I can smell their fear. It's kind of edgelordy, but it's awesome.
Ready to crash. Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Your mind is clear. Yes.
I think we're getting close to what I assume is the final base.
Predictable. Thoughts received.
Which, like I said, I reached it without the artillery. Realized I had accidentally overwritten my scum save in which I still had an artillery. And at that point, it seemed impossible to complete the mission, hence restarting it from the beginning, and here we are. It's been a marginally smoother
Target ready.
playthrough the second time, but not that much, really. Oh boy, he's getting hit by a lot of stuff. I need the mechanic. Retreat. Retreat. Okay, kill the flamethrower. Whew, that was close. I should add the mechanic closer on hand. That was a mistake. Where'd that stealth tank go? There it is. Kill it. I'd rather have the artillery, the cyborg commando, who's now in elite, and the mechanic than a stealth tank, even though a stealth tank would be an incredible scout. There we go. Okay. There's also this little sub-base here, which I highly doubt the Temple of Nod is in a dinky sub-base surrounded by sandbags. But it has kind of aroused my curiosity, so I kind of want to check it out, even though I doubt our mission objective is in there. Alright, we've got barrels we could shoot. Handful of dudes who will be easily killed by the cyborg commando. That thing is hard to click on when it's moving because it is fast. Oh, is that an engineer? I could take over the engineer, capture this, have another way to repair vehicles. Or I could take over this or this and manufacture a big attack force. If I had realized this was here, I wouldn't have even had to start my playthrough over. I could have gone down here, mind-controlled one of these guys, taken this over and gotten an artillery. Well, maybe not. What's the prerequisite for an artillery? Maybe I wouldn't have had the buildings I needed to build an artillery. Anyway, that looks like a way to do some alternative clever things to try to complete the mission, but I don't think I'm necessarily going to need to do that. Interesting to see that the option is there, though. What have we got? An enlightened. What are you? A particle cannon that deals area damage. Good lord. However, I think my cyborg commando is still better than this enlightened duder. What else have we got? Okay, this is going to be tricky for sure. Let's pick off the border guards first. Perimeter guards, I mean. Uh-oh. Oh god, run, run. We pissed them off. Okay, I think our elite cyborg commando eats these guys for breakfast. Yeah, he does. They stand no chance. Beautiful.
Psychic ready.
Glad we pulled those guys out of the range of their defenses and took them out away from there. Let's just keep doing that for starters so that they don't hit us from behind while we're trying to take out the base.
Your mind is clear. Thoughts received. My command is your wish. Predictable.
Aha, there's an obelisk. However, while we can outrange that with our artillery,
Tell me your
I think. Pretty sure artillery outrange obelisks in this mod. I remember that we can basically do the same thing to this base that we did to that other base to the south and snipe off some power plants with our artillery and hopefully put them into low power. But we are now pretty much at the point where it's new terrain at this point for me. So we will see. Give this a wide berth because there is an obelisk about here, I believe. Whoa, hello there. Alright, I'd like you to take care of some of these things for me. Mr. Cyborg Commando, you stay far away from that thing. There we go. One downside of hold fire mode is he won't even defend himself, but that's better than him blowing up a bunch of things I don't want him blowing up. Alright, as I said, power farm, incredibly vulnerable to our artillery here. Some of them are even within range of the Cyborg Commando.
Affirmative.
Boy, an elite Cyborg Commando is a terrifying thing. Now go ahead and take out their construction yard.
Acknowledged.
I'm going to guess, because it's been true in front of every other hand and nod, that there's a bunch of infantry there. Okay, airborne unit lost. It got shot down immediately. Maybe I should have had it come from the east side of the map. I don't think it's going to matter too much. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, I didn't mean... Oh, God, no. What did I lose control of? The mechanic. I didn't mean to hit it with... No! Oh, it's all going wrong. Oh, I didn't realize I had selected Yuri to attack that guy. I meant to send the Cyborg Commando down to deal with him. Well, I think that's a reload. That went real wrong. Everything can go to hell in a handbasket instantly in this mission. You make one tiny mistake and that's it.
Mission loaded.
All right. How far back are we? A ways. So I learned a lesson. Don't use my cyborg commando to destroy any of those buildings because I need him to protect my other units because the enemy is going to send stuff out of the base to deal with me once I start taking out their power farm and their construction yard. Okay, there he is. Don't get too close. Ah, idiot. Alright, Yuri, scope out everything you can. Kind of looks like maybe there aren't a bunch of infantry clustered in front of that hand-to-nod anyway, so I don't think my genetic mutation bomb would even do anything. You know, it would be faster to just shell the obelisk, but if I can put them into low power, that's better yet. I'm nervous about getting too close to that thing. Okay, that's just out of range. I just want to see it so I can see if it turns black as I take out their power. Alright, everybody else back off. And we'll have our cyborg commando friend guard us against retaliation. Also, I could... Yeah, I guess there are a few guys in front of the hand-to-nod. Uh-oh. Ah, shucks. That thing's pretty fragile. Okay, the obelisk is not low power yet. And my cat has decided to... Oh, hang on. Oh god, no, it's Yuri! No! I selected the wrong thing again. No! Disaster. God, why did I did that twice, selecting Yuri instead of my cyborg commando. No, I no longer control this guy. Okay. I'm controlling 2 things. 3 things. Okay. I recovered from that idiot mistake that I made twice. God. One thing, I forgot that I had this guy in hold fire stance. Okay, now he's in defense stance. Okay. Taking out all 4 power plants put that obelisk into low power. Now let's take out their construction yard. As satisfying as it is to watch the destruction, I'm probably better off controlling this guy. Perfect. Okay, now... I think we're nearly at the point where we're ready to breach the base. We just have... Right. We have a bunch of perimeter guards we need to deal with. And if I can pull some of these guys away from the turrets again, like I did before, that would be ideal for sure. And not have to fight it all at once. Now I could go mind control one of those engineers and capture a barracks and crank out maybe 20 minigunners to help me, but I don't think I'm going to have to. There they are. Our cyborg commando, who I'm going to call Huey, after the hacked cyborg in that one Firestorm mission, can easily handle those enlightened. Alright. Let's do it. Let's mob the base entrance. I'll go ahead and make a save here now that I've kind of cleared the perimeter guards. What do you think you're that Russian boxer dude from Rocky 4? Although I think his line was, "I must break you." He's not doing as well as I thought he would. Huey. There we go. Let me just make sure. Yep, locate and destroy the Temple of Nod. Is clobbering time indeed. There it is. Get wrecked by a bunch of brutes. This is satisfying. It's clobbering time. Bring Yuri to the extraction point. Huh, okay. Didn't realize there was going to be another objective. Where is this extraction point? Really, where is the extraction point? Oh, there it is, right there. Okay. Okay, nothing's hot on our heels or anything. I think I already killed what was between me and the extraction point, so I think we're good. Extraction transport inbound. Okay, it almost got shot down by this jerk. Kill him, please. Load up, Yuri. Mission accomplished. We did it. That was a really fun mission. Like all of the pre-deployed puzzly missions in this mod, it is hurt by OpenRA's annoying load times. As I said, I wouldn't save scum it as hard if it wasn't for that, because it would feel less painful having to replay content if I didn't also have to sit through a multi-minute load time in addition to doing that. But we've covered that, and we've also covered how that's not the mod's fault or the mission's fault. But it is the type of mission that is particularly hurt by that characteristic. But other than that, that was a great mission. A great example of a pre-deployed puzzly mission. I liked it a lot. That concludes the Soviet campaign. As of this recording, these are all the missions that have been released, 15 so far. So we're done for now until Darkademic completes the next batch of missions. I'm certainly looking forward to seeing what they're going to be like. I'm especially looking forward to trying out the GDI units, because I think with the unit selection I've seen, GDI looks like it's going to be a really fun faction to play as. Actually, the Skrin look like they're going to be a very fun faction to play as too. So, and I'm also looking forward to seeing where the plot goes. So far, there hasn't really been much to the plot. Like, the only really major event that happened in episode 1, where that rift was opened and it caused the different timelines to collide, and that's why we have all these factions fighting each other. Since then, has basically just been the factions fighting each other and betraying each other and shenanigans, but like nothing major has happened, and it doesn't really feel like we're working toward a goal or a resolution. I'm going to be interested to see if that continues to be the case, or if we actually sort of work up towards some kind of climax as we approach the final missions. Regardless, hopefully we'll get to find out soon, and hopefully you will join me for that, and I'll see you then.